Meanwhile, in Seattle, a group of businesses and property owners are now suing the city of Mayor Jenny Durkan's decision to let the radicals there run wild. Now, one of the plaintiffs is John McDermott, whose auto shop is right outside the anarchist-occupied zone. Now, he said police never even responded to his calls for help as vandals were torching and looting his business.
People don't call 911 for entertainment. It's because they've got an emergency and they need help and they need it now. Very frustrated that the city has put us in this position, that the city council, the mayor, even up, I guess, up to the governor, they're not doing their job. They're not protecting us.
Joining me now is John Eastman, Claremont Institute Senior Fellow and Constitutional Scholar. John, what is most interesting about this lawsuit?
Well, they named only the city of Seattle as the defendant instead of any of the organizers of the occupied zone movement up there. And I understand tactically why they did that. But I think they've made a very credible argument about how Seattle government officials themselves were complicit. They provided the barriers. They refused to allow police to go in. I think there's enough complicity there to hold Seattle accountable for the damage that's been done.
John, this is what Seattle's mayor said 2 weeks ago.
Our president wants to tell a story about domestic terrorists who have a radical agenda and are promoting a conspiracy and fits his law and order initiatives. It's simply not true.
Well, John, are those remarks going to get her in trouble? I mean, what was CHAZ is now CHOP, is now CHOP liver.
Yeah, no, I mean, you know, the notion that these protests were peaceful from the get-go was preposterous. And now we've got litigation that's actually making accusations under sworn, affidavits and verified complaints about the kind of damage that was done. And I think Seattle's going to have to answer for their by the way, this goes back to the 14th Amendment and the Equal Protection Clause, which we've morphed into all sorts of weirdness. But the main thing that the Equal Protection Clause was designed to protect is to guarantee the government provided the equal protection of the law to all of its citizens. And here in Seattle, we just took a 10-square block area and said, we're not protecting you, we're not helping you at all. In fact, we're going to help the protesters. We're going to give them barriers. We're going to give them other equipment. We're going to hand them over a public park to deprive you of your property rights and other rights. This is the vintage equal protection 14th Amendment claim.
And by the way, the Daily Beast is reporting that this is just fun for businesses. They love it. Local businesses love the domestic terror zone in Seattle, actually. Despite rumors of extortion and cops making wild claims, walking them back, the police engaging in capitalism is in a cop-free experimental play. The people are engaging in capitalism and are having a great time.
Yeah, so
having a great time. It looks fun there.
Shop owners having a great time tend to sleep in their shops at night so they don't get vandalized. One of the allegations in the complaint that was particularly troubling is an alarm went off at the auto call. Good, very good. I mean, Seattle needs to be held accountable for this, as do the protesters.
Well, we need more people to file civil actions and start bankrupting these protesters and the groups that are supporting them. John, thank you so much.